What's going to happen to me? How am I going to get better? What kind of people am I going to be dealing with? Thinking about all this in the ambulance going to the hospital, I can't tell you how wonderful it is to know that St. Luke's is here.
I actually admitted him to the acute rehab center up in Bethlehem. And I just remember thinking when I met him, this is someone who's extremely motivated. He's young. He has this amazing career that he's really passionate about. He told me about his goals, what he wanted to get back to doing. And you see after a stroke that's as devastating as his could have potentially been, you really start from the beginning just racking your brain on what do I need to do for this guy to get him back into work and doing what he loves.
I woke up, it was just a normal Saturday morning, and then everything changed. I worked around the yard a little bit, and we went to this 50th birthday party of a friend of ours, and there were these little chocolate favors on the table. I tried to get the candy out with my left hand, and I couldn't feel it. And I'm thinking to myself, something's wrong, I feel weird. And looked at my girlfriend across the table, and she said, "John, you're having a stroke."
One of the unique and challenging things for stroke patients, and in particular with their follow-up care, is that stroke symptoms begin like that, like a bolt out of the blue. It comes on immediately and often without any warning, whereas stroke recovery can take months.
Rehab is one of the most rewarding fields of medicine. You see people who come to you and like John, are questioning everything about their lives and what they have to look forward to. And you get to talk to them and really get to know what their hopes are and what their goals are to really maintain a quality of life and a meaningfulness to their life. And in doing so, I can really tailor a program for them that focuses on their goals.
I was so depressed. And some of the therapists noticed this because I was so gung-ho the first couple of days, and they noticed that one day I wasn't too happy. I said, "John, what's the matter?" I said, "Nothing." They said, "John, there's something wrong." I said, "I'm tired of people telling me that it's going to be okay." She said, "You got to feel to heal." And as soon as she said that, it clicked. I got to go through this pain to heal. And that's when things started turning around for me.
Stroke, first of all, is really common. It's about 800,000 people in this country every year. Of those strokes, just shy of 90%, 87% of them, you get damage in the brain as a result of loss of blood flow, decreased blood flow. We call that an ischemic stroke. Of the remaining 13%, in 10% you've got bleeding in the brain, what we call an intracerebral hemorrhage. 3% is bleeding around the brain, what we call a subarachnoid hemorrhage. So it can be a clotting problem, lack of blood flow, or actual bleeding in the brain.
After someone's had a stroke and they've developed weakness on one side of their body, I think a lot of people think, oh yeah, well they won't be able to use their arm or their hand, or yeah, their leg is going to be a little weak, but it entirely changes your center of balance, your center of gravity, and affects your balance even while just sitting up.
I think at St. Luke's, one of the real advantages that patients have is the incredible continuity from working with our pre-hospital personnel from the ER all the way through the entire continuum of stroke recovery. In our neuroscience group and division, not only do we have an amazing team of neurologists and neurosurgeons, but also a great team of physiatrists, and then we work very closely with our entire rehab team. So the entire team really has a great opportunity to communicate openly one with another about that patient's care to make sure they get what they need.
I can't tell you how wonderful this place is. Between nurses, between people who clean your room, to empty the garbage, to therapists, to doctors. I'm so thankful for St. Luke's, they got my life back.